Again, I have manifested that only the right people are going to see this video, meaning that if this found you, it is for a reason. So now, very soon, on June 21st, will be something called the summer solstice. So anytime there's a solstice, it is basically a shift in nature. It is when the sun shifts itself to be in a new cycle, and therefore the earth as well, which is a very powerful thing to do when it comes to the energies of the way that you manifest, of the way that you go on about life, the way that you go towards your goals. Now, an amazing concept I would like to introduce you that you must do on January 21st is step into a new era. So this concept that I call the eras concept has nothing to do with Taylor Swift's eras or something, but in fact is about stepping into a new era every third month. Let me explain to you what this means and how you can do it, and what I did essentially. So something I once came up with that was like probably a couple of years ago, I was like, I want to step into my new era. I wanted to make money, for example. I wanted to love myself more. I wanted to focus more on myself. And I had these certain little goals, right? These certain things I was interested in some way in, but I did not have quite the knowledge. I did not quite know, how do I do these things that I want to do? For example, if I want to know how to make money, I of course have to know how to do that. Or if I want to love myself more, I need to get to a state where I know how to do so, because you can try to do anything, but if there's no basis of knowledge, then it's going to be very hard for you. So let me just give you an example of what I did. So last December, on December 22nd, right when the winter solstice happened, or as the pagans used to call it, Yule, or as we nowadays call it, Christmas, basically, it is a celebration of the beginning of winter, of deep darkness in winter. I told myself, you know what? This new year, the next 2 months are going to be my wellness era. I was always interested in wellness, right? I found myself at some point being very attractive to saunas and all those kind of things that are just all about detoxing and all about being at peace with yourself and regulating your nervous system. So I knew, okay, I've got a little bit of a dysregulated nervous system. I like doing relaxing things such as saunas or taking a bath. And I also love to eat well and eat in a very healthy way. So you know what I did? I was like, all right, the next 3 months are going to be my wellness era. Then I stepped into that era, right as I said so. Now, how do you step into these eras is you don't just say it to yourself as I just did. That was amazing, of course, you got to do this, but you need to then do the research on these things. So in the next 3 months, I want you to choose one subject, one primary goal that you have that you are going to focus on and that you will improve in basically every single day, every week, right? You will do research about this. You will have amazing progress as well. So you're going to do something actively, but also you have to really get in all of that knowledge. So you can watch some shows about this. You can read books about your topic of choice that you really want to go through this next 3 months. So in the last 3 months, something that I did was getting into wabi-sabi, which is basically all about Japanese philosophy. So I knew that I love drinking matcha. I knew that I love Japanese things and the culture, but I knew that maybe I would like to go deeper into it and learn about the culture in a respectful way. I decided that it was time to step into my wabi-sabi era, which is all about something that is relaxed and going towards your goals with peace and embracing imperfection, because I am an imperfect person just as you are. And after many lovely conversations and cool sleepless nights where I was just so interested and devoted to a topic, I at some point had so much knowledge into it that I was able to create videos about this. For example, when I had my wellness era, I created a lot of videos about wellness. I actually have a whole series. And now the lovely thing is when you leave those eras, so when those 3 months are over and the next solstice happens, which would be the autumn solstice, then you are not going to lose the eras you've had before. You have all that knowledge, you only gain. So each era, you need 3 months to get to a subject on a very intimate and deep level. Once you've done this, you can call yourself an expert in this, because it usually takes 3 months to learn a subject completely. The same way, it also needs 3 months to learn a new language. So all the neural pathways in your brain can actually develop to this new thing that you're learning and deeply getting into. I mean, of course, you could get a topic you're interested in, you want to improve in, and just then get a weekend and do it on 2 days and do lots of research, but at the end of the day, that is not going to be as powerful as doing a little bit every day, every week, and then getting towards one big goal or one big thing that you are really in. This is lovely because it also is aesthetic and it is an essential part of your identity. We humans, we are naturally made to want to learn things constantly. We want to do new things. And by stepping into your new era, you're going to do that. And before you do this, remember to go with the seasons. I always emphasize a lot on how it's important to be in alignment with nature. Now that nature is going into the summer solstice, summer is all about expansion. Summer is all about abundance, right? It's when the fruits are really growing, when everything is happening, everything is blooming, basically. This is what summer is about. So I want you to choose something that is very active, something that is deeper, and something that really reflects your soul. So last summer, it was the broad summer era, right? It was more of a philosophical thing to me where I just got more into the depths of craziness and I noticed more about human nature. So this can be a topic that you are just interested in because you love it and you think it's nice, but it can also be something that you deeply want to improve in. So it could be something like building your business that you've been delaying for so long. This is just your final sign from the universe that you step into your lovely and successful era by stepping into your next era. So today, I want you to decide what era you are now going to step in. I wish you the best. Goodbye.